So I was woken in the early hours this morning with what I believe are important realizations. And it's now like past 12 o'clock, and I hadn't until now had a chance to sit down and do this, because just all kinds of haywire breaking out among the chickens, and I just don't think that's coincidence at all. Simultaneously, they are, I can feel the mind control. They're trying to mash up these memories, these connections that I had made. So I'm just gonna let go of trying to make this perfect. I'm just gonna give it as it, what I have left of it. And it's this, the realization I was making is that I was being, what's the word? They were doing it. This is all about psychology, okay, and NLP. It's all to do with that. But I was getting, I think it's called positive reinforcement. Like, people were being extra nice to me at a time when I was literally being trained by the gang stalkers and mind controlled. I believe this is what they were doing. They were trying to mind control me to be a sex worker, okay? And even training me, kind of thing. And at that time, the weirdest thing was going on. It was as if everyone was in love with me somehow. It was very strange indeed. I believe they were under some kind of mind control. Because very strange. It was too strange for words, okay? Look, I'm not a supermodel, I'm just kind of ordinary looking. And I'm getting on a bit, I'm now over 60, and I would have been in my 50s. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. I was also overweight. It doesn't make sense. And, even really inappropriate people. I remember, it's so weird. I can hardly even, it's weird. I can remember my landlady in Spain. This is when I lived in Spain. And she gave me a kiss, actually. On the cheek, but it was as if I was somehow irresistible. It was the weirdest, strangest, creepiest thing. And at that time, there were all kinds of strange things going on, I have to say. In the neighborhood, like during that time is when they did arson. There was a guy that had lit a fire. I think it was around that time. Had lit a fire right outside my little house there. But I'm getting off track. This is that I haven't done that part of the timeline yet. The connection that I was making was that I was getting all this positive reinforcement, and everyone was being extra nice to me at a time when they were basically mind controlling me to be a sex worker. That's what they were doing. And now that, actually, as soon as I started kind of saying no, like refusing to, I refused to accept the torture. They're doing this thing called exploitation of phobias where they've sensitized me. Look, I'm under extreme psychological torture, okay, and I have been for years now. This is years now. And whatever they're telling people about what this is about, it's a lie, okay? It's really a lie. And you can even figure that out for yourself, because they're actually telling different groups of people different things. They're giving different reasons to different groups of people. That tells you it's a lie. It's all a lie. But this realization was that I was basically getting positive reinforcement for doing what is wrong, according to me, like, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you know. And now I'm being basically punished, you know, getting a lot of negative reinforcement for doing what's right, as far as I'm concerned, you know. And of course, you know, they're all trying to make me feel that I'm doing something wrong. But I know that, you know, objecting to being tortured is obviously not wrong. I mean, and if anyone thinks it is, well, they're wrong. It's as simple as that. You know, I'm a victim of torture. This should not be happening. And I'm telling you something, the miracle here is that I'm even still alive. That's the truth, because 50% of targeted individuals who die are by suicide. And none of them that I have, I mean, if you know different, then show me. But none of them, as far as I know, ever said that they were committing suicide because the directed energy torture was so terrible. Okay, or even the V2K, which is just horrific. So V2K, in case you don't know, is where they beam voices into your head. So you've got basically complete idiots, evil idiots talking to you in your head. Can you imagine how awful that is? Like 24/7. And of course, they can't tell anyone, because as soon as they tell somebody, they get diagnosed with schizophrenia, you know, and put on poison medication, you know. But what I'm saying is that, well, you can look on I have a playlist that I put of targeted individuals who were, who suicided, okay? Now, I believe 2 of them, I don't know the full story of one of them. I don't actually know the full story of any of them. I just have these testimonies, but I believe 2 of them actually killed other people as well as themselves. And one of them is saying quite clearly that he's killing gang stalkers. That's what he said he was going to do. All of those 3 there all talked about the gang stalking. And now Nils Melzer is calling that psychological torture. Sorry, Nils Melzer is the United Nations rapporteur on torture and inhuman treatment, I think it's called. He's not now. He was that, but I don't know if he left the position or what exactly happened. But basically, he made this report warning that people were basically being tortured in these ways, psychological torture, and that was bypassing the normal ban that there is on torture. Like, people were ignoring it as if it's not torture, and that is what's happening. Now, I didn't read that full report, but I have posted an article about it. People are just see, what's the reason I'm distracted? What's coming into my mind is that the way it's being bypassed is that people are being told it's a joke. Well, actually, some people are being told it's a joke, but other people are being told that, or at least I'm only going to talk about my case. Other people are being told that, I'm a terrible person, I am a bully, I'm a witch, this kind of thing. Actually, I don't even know everything that I've been accused of, but the hatred that I'm getting when I literally have not done harm to anyone, at least not deliberately, it's insane. It's actually the exact opposite of what I was saying before. Like before, when I was doing the wrong thing according to my own principles, I was getting all this, everybody loved me. And now that I'm doing the right thing according to my principles, there's this insane hatred. Okay. So this but where Nils Melzer comes in is that he has been trying to tell people, look, you've got people being tortured, and